Daily Dose of Daryl, question number 4. Iron ore starts out pretty rough. It's like some people in life. But as people come along and pour their love into this iron ore and into its transformation. And it goes from just rough iron ore into amazing things, even to surgical things. And the results are simply amazing. My dad taught me to pour my love into what I did, and we built houses and cabinets, and it was tangible, and you could see the results right then. But sometimes when you pour it into people, it takes a while to see it. Now, the end result, of course, was years of love and life in the house that we built together. And after that, now a new family lives there. And that love continues on for them as they get excited about living there. I also moved on in the art career to learn that you could take different types of instruments and paper and canvas and pour your love into it to express something, and the end result could be seen immediately, and you could actually see how it affected people many times, and that continued on year after year and was quite tangible. Now, the thing about this daily dose, it says, in light of what I really love, what will be left of that in me after I love it? And so, of course, you could see what was left there. Now, when you take an old sanctuary with broken windows and see that transformation, that's one thing. But if you pour your love into people, you see their hearts change. The first ball team that I helped put together in 1979 and 80, the Good News Bears, I met a guy the other day, he's 56. He said he still remembers it. I didn't understand who he was at first. I've watched other young men, early teenagers, going on a retreat in the mountains and then see how they grow up with good values, almost approaching 60 years old very soon. And then I got a call about an interview about the fraternity we helped found at Auburn. And they wanted to know about the values then, and we poured love into each other and into that project, and it's still going on 50 years later. Now, this item right here is an illustration about people. Although it's a tomato that was about to go bad if it wasn't used quickly, the end of some strawberries, the end of the remnants of pimento cheese, and all of this is like people. Some of these are called leftovers, or things that are going to be tossed away. But if someone will come along with love and be dedicated to putting them together and working with them and pour love into them and start creating something, a miracle can take place. And God calls us to do that in the lives of other people. And it was such a joy to be able to do it with these little ingredients, because I knew who was going to get the end result of that. It was going to come directly back to me and my tummy. But to see how you put it together and you put it in the microwave for just the right amount and the cheese melts, and then you come in with the crushed cashews, and then those strawberries are about to be thrown away, add a little color and taste and texture, and then get some of that ice cold skim milk and some hot orange tea, and then put it together in a setting that it just feels good and creative. And so that's how it is with life and people. God creates us to be able to make something useful out of other people's lives and help them. And of course, it's always good to have a little tasty dessert at the end, to the very last bite. And so, in my very early years, back around 1939, these people were working to develop this church. A few years later, I came along and learned valuable lessons, made a commitment to God to learn to love people. And I've done it in a variety of churches as a pastor and many other capacities. And throughout all of these congregations and churches, I have learned that the most important thing is to love people, to share the love of God with people. And God does the rest. And so you take a $5 chunk of iron and make a multi-million-dollar surgical item out of it. And it's the same thing. You take somebody that feels useless and not worth anything and introduce them to the love of God, and it transforms them. So today, this daily dose of Daryl is, in light of what I really love, what will be left of that and me after I love it? I know you're out there sharing the love with others, and you're going to make a lasting impact not only on them, but on yourself. because what you give away always comes back. God bless you. Share this with other people, even today, and allow God to touch you with His love.